next model this evening is Jill. Jill works full-time as a teacher. She's got twin stepsons, can you imagine it? 14 and a half, it sounds like hell that. And she's also got a stepdaughter at 16 and a half. And her hobbies include dancing, so do watch out for it in the second half.
Having your colours done was really fashionable at that time. It really was.
It makes her look much older and it makes her look much more tired.
All part of women being able to do things and having a pride in themselves and feeling good about themselves.
Lovely in a softer pink. She looks lovely in a softer jade and other colours which suit her.
Some were teachers at the local school.
She looks fantastic in these.
Or some were already people whose colours that I'd done.
So when she gets a nice pink lipstick and a silver in that, she looks fantastic.
They felt they could pass something on to other people, you know, because they felt confident with how they looked and they felt that it had made a big difference for them. They really did feel better for doing it and they stuck to the colours religiously.
Hi, I'm Carol Jackson, author of Color Me Beautiful, the book that helps you discover your natural beauty through the colors that make you look great and feel fabulous. We're excited about bringing you Color Me Beautiful in video. Just seeing the potential will start you on the way to a more attractive, more confident you. Actually, I can't claim credit for the Color Me Beautiful concept. The idea came from one of the greatest artists of them all, nature. With her endless palettes, she redecorates the whole world 4 times a year. Winter, summer, autumn, and spring. These seasons' colors, with their perfect harmony, are the secret to the natural, beautiful you. Everyone's coloring is either in the winter, summer, autumn, or spring palette. We're going to help you find your season. Enjoy the discovery. Then stay in tune with your colors and enjoy being you.
This has got frosted.
A friend made me this scarf because she said, "These are your colours, Barbara." And I've still got my swatch, which, I mean, I don't use it regularly, but I do use it from time to time. So the colours are, you'll see the black in it, because not everybody can wear black.
But I don't know, have you seen my eyeliner? It's the green, sagey green. I very rarely wear black.
You can see it in people, as you saw on the news the other day when, was it this morning you said
Lorraine
you saw Lorraine who got the wrong colour?
Yeah, she was wearing yellow, but it looked like the bags under her eyes were more noticeable.
You've really got to go with someone's natural hair colour to see it properly. Yeah, yeah.
And then even the pale colours, they're quite cool and clear colours. And then I can wear sort of navy, which again, winters and summers can wear.
Everybody can wear, was it red or pink? I think it might have been red.
Well, don't they say there's always a red lipstick for everybody because
yes,
the wrong red, it makes your teeth look more yellow.
Yeah, no, that's, see, now to me I can see the blue undertone in that.
Yeah.
So yes,
almost
I would say that's
the
right.
burgundy red, doesn't
yes,
it?
yeah.
Many students, like Marty, have trouble deciding between more than one season. If you're having trouble, here are some guidelines. If you're trying to decide between winter and autumn, ask, am I better in navy, pure white, and clear colors, or brown, pumpkin, and muted gold?
When Hannah was born, I gave up teaching for a year, and so that's when I got into doing the colours.
I think from recollection that Sue was doing this sort of presentation and had got a model. And then as a result of that, I got Sue I paid Sue to do a proper sort of colour session for me.
We use a process in the studio called draping with some fabric drapes to show what the right color and the wrong color really do up close to the face. I'm going to ask you ladies to come up and give me a hand, please. And Paula, I'd like to confirm your season. Okay. Would you have a seat in the chair? Sure. But ladies, you have a job also. It's sometimes very difficult to be objective about yourself when you're sitting looking in the mirror. So I would very much like if you would give her some constructive feedback so that she can help interpret what's happening, okay? Let's take a look at what some right color and wrong color can do, and we'll start out with some greens. Paula, this is a green from the autumn palette, a moss green. What do you think about this color, ladies?
It's not me.
Don't like it too much, okay. The color doesn't like Paula either. It really is too strong on her. It's not enhancing to her. And the right color should enhance your own natural coloring. This is a shade of blue-green from the summer palette. It's a beautiful color, isn't it? It's a gorgeous color. But the color is really not the best shade of green that we can give to Paula, and I'll show you why. A yellow-green from the spring palette is more enhancing to her. Did you see the light that came on in your face as we put that yellow-green up? Let me show you again. Let's go back to the summer blue-green, which is pretty, but it has a downward drag on your face. Back we come to the spring yellow-green, and Paula comes alive.
I can remember going to one of these particular do's, and people would bring various garments and would model them. I don't know, members of the PTA or whatever. There was, it was a jumper, and it was a sort of dark, well, it was a sort of cherry red, but the right red. I thought, I want that jumper.
Laura Ashley was mohair jumpers, cowboy boots and leather saddlebags. Almost going into the Lady Di, and high collars and pearls, and then it went to velvet headbands. And
well, actually, I have still got all my Laura Ashleys. The first one I bought was in 1972. I've got them all. I can't get into any of them.
Dresses?
Yeah. Yeah.
I had this is part of my going away outfit in 1976. Probably maybe that one. This is similar. I wore that for you. I love that. This is another one. Oh, this is a weird. This is very Laura Ashley of a certain age. Secret Garden. This was. Oh no, this is my going away dress, not that one.
I hope you've enjoyed your cheese and wine. We haven't had anything yet, but we're hoping that we're going to get something at the end. But everybody's been working flat out backstage, and we've got these 4 models just about. I'm pasting up and down here because the last one's just about having her lipstick put on, and they're going to come out. So if we're ready, ladies, would you like to come forward, please?
When people came to me for colours, I do remember them talking about the things that they had in their wardrobes, and I did do extra bits of training, and so I could talk about styles and proportions of body and what would, you know, the lines kind of to have as lengths of things.
This lady didn't want to wear this style at all. I'll never wear anything like that, she said. Put it on, they said. So, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? So you see, you just sometimes need somebody else to stand back and say, that would really suit you, because we get so used to things that we wear that we don't often, you know, we can't look at something and a modern style comes out because they say jumpers are down here this year. We say, oh, I can't wear that because I've always worn my jumpers up here. But you see, you can. And also, she's told me, and I'm going to really be really awful now, because she's told me she's actually a size 10 up here and a size 16 down here. Now, you wouldn't know it at all. Now, she said as well that she can't wear leggings, but with this jumper, she'd look lovely in leggings as well. But the thing that makes all the difference is having the shoulder pads in the jumper. And she looks absolutely great. And we put her into the pinks, and with this lovely hairstyle that Francesco have done, she's going to feel a new person. How do you feel? Yes, I do. I do feel very different. Wait till she gets home.
Today, I climbed the stairs again. I saw him there, but I couldn't see him there. All this is like a nightmare that can't wake up. It has been with me since I was a child. I saw a burning bonfire. I danced in the fire, as if thousands of worlds were far away from me. I am like the hope of Nirvana's rebirth. Between my breath, the universe traveled through my eyes. Light and shadow have no concrete guidance to guide me through the endless despair. I saw the truest self, and I reached the other side of the fantasy. In my dream, I crossed the endless tunnel. It seems that there is no terminal train. I was pushed forward constantly. I don't know where the destination is, but I just feel that once I stop, everything will disappear. The sacred light shone on me, and I couldn't stop crying. Spinning, spinning, spinning like a merry-go-round. My world keeps spinning at this moment. I don't know who I am. I don't know where I am. Until the darkness comes. I danced in the wilderness and danced irregularly. It's more like moving around for no reason. I want to break free. The moon is shining, and I sway in the wind like a delineated kite. Moon, moon, can you only be my own moon? Oh, lighting, it was the colorful light that cut through the night sky and tore up my fantasy like a nightmare. I was torn apart rawly. People are always sheltering from the rain and afraid of lightning. My lord, can you take me to the farther shore if you can? When I was very young, my memory of my face was always blurred. Adults say that I'm like a stray dog. Whoever treats me well will wag my tail to. Love? I think I need a lot of love. I need love to fill my puppy heart, otherwise I will be more lonely. The endless whirlpool engulfed me, as if I had been standing in the rain all the time. No one will hold an umbrella for me. Sometimes I can't even tell whether it's really raining or whether my tears wet me. If possible, I want to find the most primitive human memory. I saw a flash in front of my eyes, just like a walking land, not life. I live, so I exist. The solar eclipse is one of the wonderful scenes that humans can see with the naked eye. In my childhood memory, the appearance of solar eclipses often symbolizes the arrival of disaster. Is it because I have seen the solar eclipse that my life has become heavier and heavier? We are always taught that the world is black and white, and there is good and bad. But I don't understand. If I am a bad existence myself, but I am a good person, will it make me a marginalized existence? Can we go back?
是江玉萍，今年50岁，是一名普通中国女人。小时候看奶奶烧香拜佛，觉得神秘而敬畏。2011年母亲去世后，痛苦到无法自拔，后在一位出家师父的点拨下，通过念经、持咒等，慢慢地走出了痛苦的深渊。自此也走上了学习佛法的道路，成为一名虔诚的佛教徒。
江总，听说您学佛已经有10年了，能不能和我说说你当时为什么会想到学佛？
是这样子的，11年，母亲去世。母亲去世以后，我一直想不透，为什么那么好的一个人会离开我们，而且他的年龄也不是很大，自己一直陷在痛苦中无法自拔。每天晚上都会梦到他不得解脱，在受种种的苦难。我想帮助妈妈，但是我无能为力，甚至一度晚上我都不敢睡觉，我就怕今天晚上又会梦到他在受什么苦，在受什么罪。其实我当时没有感觉到自己的痛苦或者有多深。突然有一天晚上，我听了一档节目，孩子呢写了一封信，他告诉了我，他看到我在痛苦中无法自拔，他写了一封信到电台的一档节目当中，然后通过主持人转达了他对我的痛心。当时我感觉我这样子下去肯定是不行的，母亲已经去世了，那我还要继续生活，我的孩子在长大，我要给到他更多的关爱，所以那个时候我就要想找到一种能够解救自己的方法。
It is easy to be immersed in sadness, but it's hard to get over it. My mother was one of the people around me who struggled with grief, so I went to my mother and heard her story over these years.
也是因缘吧，朋友介绍我认识了报恩禅寺的龙龙师父。当我把我的现在的状态跟师父讲了以后，师父就帮我妈妈在寺庙练了牌位，然后回去呢，我就送地藏经回向给妈妈。通过这样一些方法，心里呢稍微得到了一些宁静。20年也是因缘吧，师父带我进读书会，就学习智慧文化。我知道了生命的无常，所有的从生到死，这是自然规律。那我必须要接受这样的无常，通过智慧文化的学习，也是给到我力量来去面对人生的无常、烦恼、痛苦。通过学习，现在自己心灵有了力量，当认识到所有事物的规律以后，心里的力量和心性在加强。通过这几年的学习，为母亲诵经，为母亲祈福，特别是学习智慧文化以后，当我认识了生命的真相，当我认识到 无常的规律，一切是没法去改变的。那我们所能去改变的，只有自己的心，自己的认知。那现在啊，每次做梦梦到母亲，都是很欢喜的场面。通过这几年的学习啊，自己的心态呢得到了调整。那对于痛苦，对于烦恼，能认识到原因是在哪里，那我就知道所有的一切都在当下。我在因上要努力，那所有的结果我无法去改变，但我努力了，我能去接受这样一个结果。那有了这样一个想法和认知以后呢，现在的心量也打开了，不会像原来那样子去纠结于一些小是小非，去在一些不值得的人和事上面去浪费时间。那现在感觉自己的生命品质也提高了，自己与身边人相处，包括家庭啊，包括工作啊，所有的感觉都上了一个台阶，心也豁然开朗了。其实幸福它本身是一种不稳定的感觉，而我们如何能抓住这种不稳定的感觉，其实是靠自己的心性，靠调整自己的心量而来的。所以我很感恩自己能进入报恩禅寺，能有师父有三宝的加持，能有这样一个力量，能够帮助自己，帮助身边的人。
Although I'm an unbeliever, my mother's deep faith really touched me a lot. She told me that faith and hope are the guide to you when you are confused, and a glimmer of light when you are in despair.
Saying also? Bad words? We say bad words or no? Bad words? No, you can't. Yes, yes, yes. Like
Zo'n maniak arsenit kak haie maniak.
Heb je tegen mij of wat?
C'est ton fou, hein?
Что посекел, блядь, стой, кампа, я говорю, это стося, нахуй, тебя написано, бай. What is your problem? What is your problem, heb ik gezegd. Al 1000 keer heb ik het je afgevraagd.
Cazzo dici, che cazzo stai dicendo? Non capisci un cazzo.
Che gekke niet voor het gaan gaan.
Non kan je het er wel van, nee. Kunnen we er nu eens mee stoppen, alsjeblieft?
Ja, maar dat doet u op de konjo!
Heel zijn, hang op daar! Annie, wie deed dat, ja? Rustig op mij, hoor!
Genoeg, zeg je. Genoeg, dan mag ik voor de konjo, ja. Dan moet je er weer, ja.
鸭子好几斤呢，然后第二天他们来嘛，这直接说的，这好好耍呀，这耍的。
只能说是到寺庙里面去看到这个喇嘛念经之类的。
他们不跳舞啦？
不跳，现在都不让指挥了，主要是疫情影响。有点很隆重的，从冬雨这个13、14、13就开始，然后15是主会。一会儿下了滩之后就，然后往右边就上走虹桥，上面去可以拍走虹桥和拍日落。不要往左边，左边没有景下滩。
你这个手艺是从哪儿学的呀？
这个啊，这个是以前的人家，妈妈会织。
哦，妈妈传的。
妈妈来传给我的。妈妈是我家奶奶子，以前。
你家现在妈妈还在吧？
妈妈就现在不在家，在是那个县上那个只有那个娃儿9岁娃儿去了。
哦。这个是不是差不多就快完了？哇，好华丽哦！又有这种金边、珍珠、彩珠和花。
这已经差不多就完工了。
很漂亮。
其他地方或者其他民族是没有办法去替代的嘛。然后因为这上面所有的图案都是跟我们的生活是息息有关的。然后你看每个图案，像我们的信仰啊，我们的生活用品啊，包括我们的那个日常的一些菜品都会在上面。整套服饰里面，这个花腰带是最长的，然后的话就是代表爱情长长久久嘛。另外一方面，我送给我心仪之人，我可以把他的心拴到了，是吧？
送给朋友
送给朋友就代表友情。就是粉粉的感觉，好安逸啊！
啊！
这个每天要早上有工。
1日3餐都要在这里工。
吃的都是一样的啊。
藏族和摩梭都一样的。
信仰都是一样的。
我们每家也有一个金堂，每天就是呢，他们就也拜佛了。然后码头那边也有那个马仪队。早上老人那些都去的，都去烧香。再见。我们这边，篝火晚会啊什么的，唱歌那些都喜欢唱藏族歌。
是吧？
就是本民族的歌的话，它就比较少。然后这边的话就是火神，然后1日3餐我们还没吃之前就，比如说杀鸡啊、鸡头啊那些就放这里，喝口茶也是先敬这边的火神嘛。我们也是火葬嘛，火葬了以后，不像汉族那个坟那些没有的，它就是火葬完了以后。人的骨灰就，村里面的小伙子就弄到很高的山上去，弄个骨灰盒在那里。
Even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night.
A brand new car, but I know I won't get far. Someone comes after me, and makes me pay the congestion fee. A brand new car, but I know I won't get far before I have to stop and stare. at some cyclists' derriere.
Just because we're cold doesn't mean we can't be cool. I think we can be cool. We can be cool vampires. You know?
I'm trying to understand what you're saying right now, and I do believe we can be.
You just
got to remember the lame-os back in the day. We can't be that again.
Yeah, we can't be.
And we pretend like everything's fine. You want to pretend everything's fine.
It's the vibes.
It's not the vibes, though.
You gotta listen to the vibes.
Fuck off with your vibes.
Listen to the vibes. Because it is okay. We've already done
Where are the others? Where are the others now?
I don't know. You gotta keep yourself out there. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Like, just because you're dead doesn't mean you have to be dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, let yourself be. Let yourself be known. It's
let loose. Everyone says let loose. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. It's nervous.
And you're doing wonderfully.
Thank you so much.
I know, but it's okay. Really,
Just
right?
need this moment, darling.
Oh, have you been drinking? You're warmer than
Never.
usual. I mean, this isn't.
I don't drink.
This isn't. What's going on here?
I don't know. I didn't know this was even possible.
My.
I'm feeling abnormal.
You've been sucking up all night, haven't you?
Always sucking.
Well, yeah.
Real sucking.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we have to suck. Just because we suck doesn't mean we suck.
No double suck. One suck, singular suck, we're fine.
So we're cold, but we're cool. We suck, but we don't suck. You know, it's just the little vampire things. They just, at the end of the day, make the undead worth unliving.
Daddy's got a surprise for his baby girl. Daddy's got something up his sleeve. I got you just what you wanted. Everything you need. Daddy got pony for baby. Daddy got pony for baby. Daddy got pony for baby. Pony for my little girl. My little girl. Baby didn't like the pony. It's not what she wanted. And that makes Daddy very upset. And you don't want to see me when I'm upset. Daddy got pony for baby. Daddy got pony for baby. Daddy got pony for baby. Pony for my little girl.
What exists in my dreams? Well, it's not what I'm living. Look at them flying. Look at me confined. The cage could be the size of the room in which I am now. Or the encircling atmosphere that keeps our story excuse for an existence alive. Perhaps I've more to say than most, yet no backbone to express it. But what should be my dream. This is no longer my dream. And here's why.
Thank you, gentlemen. Right, we'll take it from the top of the code, Act 3, Matthew Bannon, take off Studio H, Joshua Shan at the back. Some might say that the cover is more important than the cast themselves.
Just thought, sir, I thought maybe I could show you the solo quickly.
The roles have already been assigned, Joshua.
Hi, Mum.
How was class today?
Mr. Thorpe denied my existence, as he always does. He prefers the other boys. I try proving myself, but he won't have any of it.
Do you want me to speak to the school? I can ask what's going on.
Oh, you know, speaking to them will only make the situation worse.
Let me speak to them. Just think about it.
Yeah, all right. I've got to go buy new ballet shoes for one of the end-of-year shows. And inevitably, I'm gonna have to paint them to my skin tone myself, so... I'll call you tomorrow. Bye. I wonder what bothered me most. Was I discontent with myself? Or was I disappointed that I was falling out of love with dance? Do I still like to dance? Yes. But I don't like the way these people treat me. I'm detached from myself. That's when things switched. What if wrongs make rights? Like coffee spilling on new shoes, only to find that it's solved the problem at hand. Then perhaps Mr. Thorpe's treatment is pushing me to see things in a new shade. I need to find a place that accepts me. But most importantly, a place that doesn't make me feel invisible.
Stop the music, now! Joshua, be outside my office in 20 minutes. Joshua, you seem to think that defining me is the way to get my attention.
Am I wrong?
This little statement you've made is childish. You're shadowing the other boys for a reason. You just aren't there yet. You need more work.
See, the thing is, Mr. Thorpe, it felt like you saw me today for the first time since I arrived at this school. I came here to dance, not to stand, and frankly, that's all you've had me doing. I want to be seen, not invisible.
Listen, Joshua, I understand, truly.
But you don't. And I see that now. Sometimes this place makes me feel crazy, and I'm not. I don't want to be part of this anymore. I want to be somewhere that accepts me, and that's not here. Thank you for showing me what I don't want.
Do you realise what you are doing?
I do. This is the end of this chapter. But now, the next begins. Walking away from something that no longer serves me, and beginning my voyage to elsewhere. Mistakes will be made. I know that. But no mistake is worse than remaining compliant with being unfulfilled.
I light this candle so I may know and transmute my shadow. I see you and I love you. I light this candle so I may know and walk my path. I see you and I love you. I light this candle so I may know and be my love. I see you and I love you. I light this incense so I may call forth those who watch over me to walk beside me. I see you and I love you.
Sing together, saying,
all is well in my world. I am protected in everything I do. I am one with Source. I am divine forgiveness as I am divine love.
Bringing our crystals up to our hearts. So the core intention of this practice is to give people a empowered and empowering way to start their day. We've lost all of our usual rituals. So Indigenous people start by worshipping the sun, thanking the sun for rising again. We've been doing that for thousands of years, and we've forgotten to remember that we are nothing, we don't live without the sun. And so we need to remember to be grateful that we have another day on the earth. So it's a gratitude practice, it's an honoring practice to nature. And by being grateful and by making offerings and honoring yourself and the world with also forgiveness, you change the frequency of your brain. So your brain waves change from an anxious state, and anxiety creates anxiety, to a state of gratitude and joyfulness, and joy begets joy. And that's the idea, that you literally change your frequency so that you can call forth a much more loving, loved day.
The benefits of this practice have been phenomenal. You know, there's been a lot of fear around with the pandemic and all the things that have been going on and all kinds of scary stuff. So draining the fear from my body at the beginning of the practice is really valuable. It doesn't work unless I've drained the fear out at the beginning though. I mean, I've actually got up late and then joined in after and done I asked my guides for your perfect protection. It's somehow, this isn't working today, and then I'm remembering, I didn't get up early enough to drain the fear out. So it's the whole thing is a part of an organic whole.
With love and gratitude, I name you as the demon of fear. I see you and I love you, and I release you in all your forms. Thank you for your teachings, but you must now leave my being, and you may never return.
Bringing the oil onto the root. As you apply it, just sense and feel all of the fear that is laying trapped heavily within the cells of your body. The fear that's circulated endlessly round and round your emotional ocean. The fear that's bounced in and out of your mental rooms and your palace of the mind. And the fear that's blocked out the sun and the astral skies. All fear in every part of your multiple worlds leaves you now, for we need no fear where we are going. Watch the scorpion gather every last drop into its body. Watch it shapeshift and dramatically change into a creature created to take fear from us right now, forever and for good. Watch it go. And as it does, feel your fearlessness and your courage light you up from within again.
What I'm leaving behind in the fire is fear. I don't need fear where I am going, and I drain it out of my through my perineum every morning with the meditation, and I'm doing it again. So, fear, you have no place in my pussy.
I call in all my ancestors from my mother line, my grandmothers, great-grandmothers, and all mothers before them. I see you all and I love you all. I call in all my ancestors from my mother line, my grandmothers, great-grandmothers, and all mothers before them. I see you all and I love you all.
There's this trauma for our parents from what they went through in wartime. And I think as we're going through the pandemic, we are reliving the kind of trauma, this constant fear thing going on that our parents went through. I remember my parents talking about the buzz bombs, because they were both living in East London, in the East End of London, and they were evacuated out of London. My grandparents on my mother's side to Stoke-on-Trent in the Midlands, and my father's family to Oxford. And they were talking about these buzz bombs. While the bomb was buzzing, you knew you were safe, but as soon as it stopped, that bomb would then drop and blow up whatever was underneath it. And so you'd be like praying that it wouldn't stop buzzing and somebody else would get blown up rather than you. I mean, what a horrible thing to be going through. I mean, that's just, and that was every night. And that's bound to have had a profound impact on how they managed their emotions. Because, you know, in order to survive that, you'd have had to stuff your emotions down somehow. And that's what they did, and it then had an impact on how they parented their children. And, you know, it had an impact on all of us. So there's a lot of healing work to do. I had a really, really difficult relationship with my mum, who died very young at 66. and I didn't see her for 6 months before she died, and you know, there was a lot of guilt around that because she had a broken wrist, and I just didn't feel able to go and see her. I sent her a bouquet of flowers, and the last piece, she was an artist, and the last piece of artwork she did was she painted a bouquet of flowers, and she called it Simon's Bunch, and it was a picture of the flowers I'd sent her as my sort of substitute for going to visit her and seeing her, and I didn't see her again. So she asked me a question. She said, "Can I bring your mother with me?" And it was amazing, healing, a moment, because she was asking me, and it was this chance. I mean, I'd been doing all this therapy work to try and forgive my mother, but her coming to me through my grandmother was a profound healing moment. So this is a picture of me, age 7. For many years, I couldn't bear to look at this photograph because I had so much pain associated with that childhood. And then I was encouraged to bring this photograph into my morning practice. So as well as doing loving of my ancestors, I also did this sort of loving exchange. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for filling me with your love. And then the real magic happened when I started saying to her, "I love you, little girl. I love you absolutely unconditionally. Not just because you're courageous, which you are, and not just because you're tenacious, which you are, and not just because you're resourceful, which you are, but because you are an incredible kid, and I love you unconditionally." And that has been massive. And I can feel an utter shift in who I am as a result of that healing journey. And it's been through this practice. And, you know, I can actually say to people, I am somebody who meditates every day, and I do inner child work every day.
Je me souviens qu'il faisait du vent et qu'il faisait froid le jour où je t'ai rencontré pour la première fois. Mais maintenant, il fait déjà plus chaud. Comment vas-tu? Je n'ai toujours pas terminé ton portrait. J'ai commencé à te dessiner parce que j'ai bien aimé le bon thé chaud que j'ai bu avec toi. Une fois rentré chez moi, il n'y avait plus qu'un sachet de thé froid au fond de ma tasse. Alors, je l'ai rempli d'eau chaude de nouveau, mais le thé n'était pas aussi riche et parfumé qu'auparavant. Qu'est-ce que cela veut dire si moi, quelqu'un qui ne connaît pas grand-chose à la peinture, te dessine, toi, qui m'as dit que toi, tu ne connais pas grand-chose à la peinture? Tu m'as dit que tu aimes bien qu'on te prenne en photo. Alors, j'ai pensé un bon moment sur le genre de portrait qui te plairait. Et j'ai commencé à te dessiner le visage, les épaules, les bras et les mains. Et si ce portrait ne te ressemblait pas, j'hésite, pinceau en main. Et une fois que j'ai vu mes mains dans le portrait de toi, est-il vraiment devenu quelqu'un qui n'est pas toi? J'ai posé le pinceau. Ça fait longtemps que je regarde autour de moi pour essayer de décider ce que je veux dessiner. Il n'y a pas eu d'arbres pareils, ni de fleurs pareilles, ni de vent pareil dehors. Ils ont tous des senteurs différentes. Et tout d'un coup, le vent m'a apporté un parfum très particulier. Le thé finit toujours par se refroidir. Et alors, à ce moment-là, je prends encore un sachet de thé et je le prépare et je le bois. Peut-être, pour l'instant, tout ce que je peux te donner, c'est mon appréciation. Si tu tiens un souvenir dans ta main, il va refroidir quand même. Alors, je place le souvenir sur le portrait sans le laisser refroidir. Comme ça, quelqu'un pourra boire un bon thé chaud en regardant le portrait de toi.
我哋咁啱喺同一隻船上，我唔知係發夢定係永遠。我只能夠話，我哋漂喺水面上，我哋不停地划船，唔知應該去邊。我哋一下接一下，不停地划船。我想帶你去睇湖邊所有嘅樹，你擔心船會擱淺。湖太大啦，沿着湖邊要行好耐，始終湖心比我高。如果我唔帶你去睇湖嘅所有，到時候你唔會留喺度。我一直地話，其實就算划咗一陣，都可以睇到湖嘅盡頭。佢唔係好大，但佢亦都太大啦，我可能知道所有喺水面飛嘅雀仔同湖邊嘅樹。就好似任何湖邊嘅倒影都可以平等地睇到天空。如果我將船划到天上，我將擁有比湖更大嘅天空。如果我將船送到天上，佢會比呢度更深更廣。咁我哋就可以去任何嘅地方。咁我唔使划船就可以帶你去睇雲同雀仔。
Nachdem ich das Flugzeug nach Deutschland verpasst habe, musste ich an etwas denken, was ich überqueren musste, weil das nicht das erste Mal war. Sind wir vielleicht Planeten? Ein Planet und ein anderer, dazwischen ist das Universum. In der Ferne um die Sonne kreisend werden wir uns nicht erreichen, immer näher und weiter weg solche Planeten. Sie bewegen sich in ihrem eigenen Tempo, in ihren eigenen Umlaufbahnen. Mussten wir uns einfach anschauen. An Tagen, an denen ich dachte, die Sterne seien gefroren und bewegungslos in der dunklen Nacht, drehte ich mich allein, um meinen Namen auszusprechen. Aber wenn wir Planeten und keine Sterne wären, ist es vielleicht gut so, dass wir Planeten sind, die die Sonne umkreisen. Ich konnte meinen Namen nicht aussprechen, weil ich vielleicht ein Planet bin. Als wir in der Schule waren, haben wir uns immer mit Spitznamen gerufen. Du hast mich Kiki, den Hexenmutter, genannt. Ich habe dich die Wahrheit genannt. Diese Namen bleiben mir immer noch in Erinnerung. Das ist wahrscheinlich der Grund, warum ich nicht alleine durch den Weltraum wandern muss. Wenn sich Sonne und Mond überschneiden, werde ich die Bedeutung der Namen verstehen, die wir einander nennen. Über das Universum komme ich zu dir.
당신이 일기를 쓰기 시작했다고 했을 때 나는 갑자기 걱정이 되었습니다. 오늘 하루는 어땠는지, 어떤 생각이 잠 못 들게 했는지 나에게 그런 얘기를 안 했으니까요.
웃으라고 말한 후에만 볼 수 있을까요? 나에게 항상 웃으라고 말하고서는 오히려 당신은 웃지 못하는 것들을 마음속에 담아두고 있는지 걱정했습니다. 옛날에 우리 같이 레몬을 곁들인 음료를 마실 때 레몬이 너무 쉬워서 먹을 수 있냐고 물으셨던 거 기억나세요? 결국 우린 다 먹었는데 그때 당신은 레몬이 더 필요하겠는데? 라고 하셨잖아요. 요즘 나는 내가 꿈꿨던 것에 대해 쓰기 시작했어요. 자고 일어나면 좋은 꿈, 나쁜 꿈, 이상한 꿈. 그것들은 단지 꿈일 뿐이지만 우리는 매번 꿈을 꾸죠. 우리가 살고 있는 삶 자체가 너무 쉬고 또는 매일이 우리에게 너무 쓰라릴 수도 있지만 꿈과 함께 섞으면 꽤 좋아져서 계속 먹고 싶어지는 그런 날들을 살았으면 좋겠습니다. 예전처럼 혼자 레몬을 곁들인 음료를 마시고 있었는데 이번엔 이 씨앗들을 아껴서 잘 먹고 화분에 심을 생각을 했습니다. 오늘 일기에 적은 나쁜 것들은 묻히고 좋은 것들은 싹이 터 언젠가는 레몬나무가 될지도 모르니까요. 만약 당신이 오늘 일기를 쓰신다면 일기장에 잘 심어진 씨앗이 나무가 되어 언젠가 하늘에 닿아 어두운 밤 별이 되어 당신의 창문을 밝게 해 당신이 걱정 없이 잠들 수 있도록 할 거예요. 잘 자요, 내 친구.
How long have you guys been living here?
I was born, I live here my whole life, basically.
Yeah, same.
I've been living
raised here.
Yeah, I've been raised here. Yeah, same.
How would you describe Tottenham in 3 words?
Not
ABC.
too bad. Not too bad.
A little bit bad and it's good. It's ABC.
I'm gonna hate on you on Harpies if you keep saying that.
It's good and it's amazing.
A good area to play.
Yeah, good area to play.
Amazing, brilliant, and curious.
But the worst thing I hate is about the weather, cause it's so windy down at that side.
All over London.
And what do you guys think about the new buildings here that they're building?
Yeah, I think they're a little bit cool, but I think they should slow down because they're making a little bit too much prediction.
Maybe if they put more stuff around the buildings.
No, we can use those spaces instead of making buildings. You can use activities for people who are coming in and places are full. Another area which is fine for kids and activities instead of making huge buildings. That one took actually 4 years, It started 2018. No, 2018. What day? No, what? It depends what day. Yeah.
So, how long have you been living here in Tottenham?
So I was born in Congo, so I wasn't actually born here. And then I came here when I was 4 or 5. So I've been here for 16 years or more.
Yeah, 7.5 years?
9 years, actually.
20 years, maybe.
My mum has been at my current home for, I'd say, over 30 years. Or maybe even 40 years, because she moved here after there was riots, not the Mark Duggan riots, there was previous riots before I was born, and she moved right after that.
So I was born and raised in Tottenham. I've been always a Tottenham girl.
Probably about a good 78 years.
Do you enjoy living here?
I do. It's fantastic. It's really good. I've lived in several places around London and also in Australia, and Tottenham is a great place. As I often say to people, it's of all the places I've worked, I've never worked in a place where there are so many people who are so keen to kind of make a difference and make things happen in their community, and I really like that about Tottenham, obviously.
You know, other people may have different stories, but for me personally, I feel like I've lived a good life in Tottenham.
You know, I feel comfortable here. Been here almost all my life.
Tottenham is just, it's home.
It has its ups and downs, but I feel like that's anywhere. But in Tottenham specifically, yeah, it does have its ups and downs.
Would you say there's a strong sense of community here?
I think there is. I think in this part of Tottenham Hale, we owe a lot to the developer, which you don't often hear said, and new developments, but they put some of their money into creating the engine room, and people, you know, talk about there being a sense of community because they know this is here and that they know that myself and our community workers and our youth workers are working out of here and trying to do what we can locally. So, yeah.
There's a large Congolese community here in Tottenham, so there's like West Green Road. If you walk down that road, 100% you're going to hear someone speaking Lingala. Like someone shouting down the phone, "Money boy got!" Like, just knowing that there's people around me that speak the same language, that has the same culture, the same music, is comforting. Because you don't feel like you're alone. You know, like West Green Road, if I'm walking down the road, just hearing someone speaking Lingala, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, you know, it's like a nod. Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm here. Yeah. You know, we're here. It's cool.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone knows each other here. We're all one unit.
Yeah, there is a sense of community because there's, especially Broadwater Farm, there's always people you see, so you know their faces, so it's always like, hello, how are you, talk to them a lot. Even like growing up, and now I see kids outside, they're all playing, so it's nice little community.
Your parents all went to school together at one point, so they know each other. So then that forms a community itself, because once your parents have kids, that's how it starts. Once you make friends at school, you've become a community, because look, it's ongoing. My mum knows your mum, your dad knows my dad, your auntie knows my auntie, my grandma knows your grandma, so it makes the community like that already.
Would you say that there's a bit of a stigma against Tottenham and there's living within Tottenham?
When you're living in Tottenham, you don't experience like the way it's being portrayed. You go about your day in Tottenham and things happen and it's all over the news, but it's blown out of proportion where it feels like every single place in Tottenham is bad. That's how it's shown in the media, which is not true.
Have you personally ever been subjected to stigmas?
Yeah, it happens a few times. I do photography. When sometimes like I'm talking to other models or clients and I tell them, oh, I'm in North London, they're like, oh, where in North London? Tottenham. There's always a bit of a pause. Like, they're like, oh, Tottenham. You know, it's a weird feeling because I know exactly what the pause is about, you know what I'm saying? Because the stigma like Tottenham's bad, is this, is that. So when I do tell them I'm from Tottenham, it doesn't go well, you know. But there are a few people that are like, oh, okay, it's fine. But there's a few people like, oh, no, you know, can you book a different studio, a different area, or, you know, and then you have to do that to make them feel happy, comfortable as well. I always tell them, oh no, Tottenham's not like that, it's not like that. And you get tired of trying to convince people it's not like that. You know, there's so much that you can do as one person.
You know, for about 4 years now, we've had the youth club. And often when you say that, oh gosh, you've got a youth club of boys, you know, 15 to 19-year-olds in Tottenham, how is that? Yeah. And you go, it's fantastic, because actually we've known most of them for 7 years. You know, we've known their families, so it's a lovely environment, and being able to support them and try and give them work advice and help with their CVs, and as well as have fun on a Thursday night is a really good thing.
You kind of feel that they have a thought about it. So if I say to somebody I live in Tottenham, they're like, oh. And I'm like, oh, what does that mean? Like, see, there's a pause, there's a thought, and it's almost like they almost want to ask more questions. What part of Tottenham? It's almost like to find out, because I don't know, if I'm like, I just live in Tottenham. Now, unless the stigmas are going to pay me and pay my rent, I will happily comply with them. But the stigmas don't pay my rent. And at the end of the day, stigma is only based on what people think and lack of experience. And so when you think about racism, that's all based on that stigma and what people may think without experiencing it. And it's up to you to go see what it is. I always say that in this country, especially in London, crime doesn't discriminate. So it doesn't matter where you live, something's going to happen to you. You can be the safest neighborhood and something still happens to you. And you can be the roughest neighborhood and nothing happens to you. So that's what I find here. So the stigma, not at all. Until stigma pays my rent, I will listen to stigma.
They think a lot of people here are just like hood rats. Some people use the term roadman.
Yeah, definitely. There's a negative stigma about it. I wouldn't say there's a lot of gang-related like culture, but possibly like street culture. There's a lot of people hanging on the street, so you automatically assume, oh, maybe they're doing drugs or gambling. But most of the time, a lot of those people are the friendliest.
There's always someone saying, "Oh, you're from a gang. You're a road girl. You're from ends." Blah blah blah. I was like, but obviously they're saying it as a joke. But at the same time, why is that always the first thing they say? So it's kind of like a thing where I have to prove myself because people think Tottenham is the bad area, and every time I say Tottenham, they always think Tottenham Court Road, which is not it. There's also Tottenham. Tottenham should be known for who we are, but not for a bad negative thing. Yeah.
Police might occasionally, pull me over for something stupid. Say I might identify as this, identify as that. But I always question them. Like, why did you stop me? Oh, because you're wearing this, you're wearing that. It looks suspicious. There is times where you might pull up on somebody that might look like me and you might get your result that you was looking for, but it's not the case with everyone. It's affected me numerous times, especially definitely with applying for jobs, 100%. Or people looking at me and being afraid of me because of how I'm dressed. Like I always say, don't never judge a book by its cover. Never.
How would you describe Tottenham in 3 words?
It's multicultural. There's so many different communities, which, again, I keep saying this, it made me who I am. I'm able to see the world in different lenses. The second word is comfort, because this is comfort to me. I grew up here, I'm used to it. It's what I call home. The third word is opportunity. Everyone's working towards the same goal, like live a good life and be free.
Can I sit here? Yeah, go on. You got a lighter by any chance? Yeah. Sometimes I just get really frustrated with the society we live in.
I get you.
You do?
Yeah. People take the piss, innit?
They do, they definitely do.
Nah, definitely. Fuck, I get you, fam. People just take the piss. It's like the other day, my friend called me up, yeah? And she was on this like fitness routine. She was going gym every day. She was trying to lose weight and that, yeah? And she was doing so well, fam. She was going in every day, putting in yards. Get me? And then she called me up. She was howling, fam. I was like, wait, what happened? She was like, oh, there was this guy that was like staring at her. Every day she'd go in and there would just be this guy staring at her, fam, at the same time. I was just lost, fam. What do you even fucking do about that, bro? She's scared to go back now. Get me? Like, she's not going back there anymore. Shit, bro, there's nothing to do. But fuck, anyway, I'm getting distracted, innit?
Oh, no, you're not. But
yeah, there's not much you can do with that except be frustrated with society. Yeah, exactly. Not much you can do with that. But anyway, what is it that you do? I'm a sex worker. Oh, swear down. What's that like? It is what it is. It's... Sometimes I really enjoy it. Sometimes I don't. Just because the clients take it out of me. Do you know what I mean? They're just... Some of these clients just don't give a fuck. They're just there to get sucked off, to get fucked, and that's it. Like, they don't really consider how rude they are, how aggressive they are, how their words make me feel. Oh, the impact of their words is just something they don't really consider. It's just not something they think about. And sometimes I don't like it just because other sex workers have created this like hierarchy between us. It's like, oh, you do full service, like, oh, we don't do that. Oh, you belong to them. Oh, you kiss your clients? Oh no, we don't do that over here. We're too good for that. Just like, oh, fuck that. To me, if that's what they've paid for, that's what they get. Swear down. I ain't ever think of none of that, fam. But fuck, bro, I get you. Like, I feel the same way with what I do, innit? Like, I'm a dealer. See, some days, most days, you know, I get up. I know I need to do this because I gotta eat. But, so I'm okay with it. I go out there and I do my thing. And sometimes there's these fucking clients, bro, they turn up without money and shit. They're trying to get loan and shit. Fuck, bro. Alright, bet. I can deal with that still. Get me? Like, I can deal with them. Cool. But like other dealers, bro, they're just trying to separate us. Get me? Like weed dealers look at coke dealers to be like, oh, like, are they doing something worse off because they're selling coke? But the same way, bro, the coke dealers look at weed dealers to be like, yo, you're not even real dealers. You only sell weed. Get me? Like, it's... Bro, we need to be helping each other out. Like, we need to be helping each other. Like, not many people are going to help us anyway, because we're already an outcasted community. Like, the only people who are going to help us are us. And we're separating each other. Shit, bro, there's nothing to do.
Do you like what you do?
Shit, that's a tough question. Sometimes I do. But sometimes I don't, fam. Sometimes it gets really tough, innit? Like, shit. The other day, bro, I was with my guys. We were chilling in the park, you know. We're playing music. We're listening, you know. We're bunning. You know, Zoot's going around, shit, we're chilling, right? Everything was alright. Then this guy comes up, this white guy comes up, trying to pick up and shit. Cool, he takes it, you know, shit's going well, right? And then he goes, oh, you got any poppers? I'm fuck, bro, my guys went off on him. Like they were just going off on him. Like, so much homophobic hate towards him, bro. This guy just came up and just asked a question, right? And they were going in on him, fam. Like, they were ready to fight him. You get me? Like, and shit. I just had to sit there, stand there, and fucking do nothing. You get me? Because I depended on them, right? They're my suppliers. Like, shit, I needed them, so I couldn't say shit. And I just had to stand there and fucking take it, bro. And shit just really got to me, innit? It made me like really think about this shit. Because I was like, yo, I needed to have said something, bro. Like, what does them being gay have to do with it, my guys? Like, get me? There's no correlation. And that's when it gets tough, when it gets tough. Like, you gotta make these decisions, and there's not much you can do sometimes. It just gets tough.
Are you alright?
Oh, gee.
Cheers.
It's got my favourite.
Yeah, you one of my favourites too, for sure.
You got any poppers by any chance?
Hey, what?
Jamie as well, man.
Yeah,
Got any
spoilers still.
poppers?
My bad.
What? I don't do none of that gay shit, bro. Don't ask me like I'm your fucking friend. Don't bring none of that gay shit around me, G. Do you get me? Do you fucking get me? You're tripping, G. Keep that fucking shit to yourself. Think your fucking stars I don't knock your teeth out right now. Now fuck off. Don't ever hit my fucking line. Don't ever hit my friend's line. Fucking gay shit.
Could have just said no, mate.
내가 볼 수 있는 것. 내가 볼 수 없는 것. 내가 본다고 착각하는 것. 걸러진 모습일 뿐이다. 길거리에 가래침, 껌 눌린 자국, 우물과 빗물, 오수, 엄마들은 아이를 낳으면 미역국을 먹어. 물에 젖은 내 머리카락은 해초 같지. 나는 점점 크게 자라서 줄줄줄줄줄 자라서 언젠가 나를 먹게 될 거야. 나는 물고기와 같은 방법으로 숨을 쉴 수 없다. 물속에서 나는 내뱉는 일밖에는 하지 못한다. 나는 곧 그것을 먹을 것이다. 내가 그들의 목소리를 듣는다고 착각한다면 아마도 그들은 이렇게 말하고 있을 것이다. 네가 언제고 돌아오면 내가 안아줄 거라고 착각하느냐. 나를 관광지로 만들어 놓고 나를 테마파크로 만들어 놓고 그러고도 잠이 오느냐. 내게 돌아갈 집이 있는 것 같으냐. 어머니의 일생 1억 원만한 불을 지르고 싶다. 태워서 지워지지 않는 화상을 보여주리. 내 가죽으로부터 나는 것을 꺼내 그것은 흉측하고 그것을 아름답게 끌어내면서 하지 않겠다. 달콤하게 도움을 보여주겠다. 낮에 엄마라고 부르면 내가 금수처럼 그토록 할 것이며 밤에 어머니라고 부르면 나는 마지막 것처럼 사라질 것이며 너희들의 반대편에 쏟아질 것이며 아침에 너희들은 모두 발바꿔서 것이다. 문 밖에서 다시 태어나야 할 것이다. 그 모든 것이 생성할 것이다. 누가 누구를 보는가? 무엇이 무엇을 보는가? 그것이 그것을 보는가? 파도가 파도를 보는가? 우리는 모든 걸 보았지만 모른 척하지. 우리에게는 눈이 있지만 이 기억도 금방 사라질 거야. 뿔뿔이 흩어지겠지. 파도가 바다에 몸을 부딪히듯이, 파도가 바다에 함께하듯이, 파도가 바다에 삼켜지듯이, 바다가 파도에 삼켜지듯이. 뿔뿔, 풀풀,